It's not always about logic. Someone commented the other day on one of my videos where I talked about a success story of someone who had a lifetime of migraines, and after a very short period of time under care with zone technique, the migraines are gone. And the comment was based all on logic, which I totally understand. It was after seeing this story or this healing success story, how come everybody wouldn't want to get a zone adjustment and be under zone care for the betterment of somebody's health and quality of life? And again, I totally get it. I totally get it. And if we base everything off of logic, that is 100% correct. However, the one thing I have, or one of the many things I've learned over the 35 plus years of helping people get healthier through natural holistic approaches like the zone technique and the very high level technologies that we have at our office, is that logic doesn't always prevail. Let me give you some examples. Most people know the basic things they can do and should do in their life with their lifestyle to get or keep their body healthy. Yet they still ask me what they should do as if there's a new answer out there. And there isn't. Because moving your body, which is exercise, at whatever level you're able to do it right now, is what we should do. Drinking the right amount of water and making sure the things that we drink more often than not are good for us versus bad for us. And truly understanding what drinks are good for us versus bad for us. Not just looking at the things that come across our feed in social media. Eating. There's not a magic here. It's number one, eating things that are healthy. Healthy sourced protein, healthy sourced fruits and vegetables as the majority of what we eat. Doesn't mean we can't enjoy pizza or pasta or Mexican tacos or ice cream. It's all about the proportion in which we eat those things. And the healthy things can't be eaten in an unlimited basis. Because if they're eaten on an unlimited basis, we're still going to gain weight. And if the proportion, how much of the good things versus how much of the not so good things that we're consuming isn't right, then yes, of course it's going to lead to less health. And sleep. Good quality sleep. And sleep is different for everybody because we're all made differently. But we all need a certain amount of sleep, whatever sleep is right for your body. So moving our body, what we're drinking, what we're eating, sleep. What are we feeding our mind? What am I watching? What am I reading? What or who am I listening to, including myself? How am I talking to myself, about myself? All of those things. How am I feeding my mind? How am I feeding my body? What environments am I putting myself in? My household, my work, my church, my friends, my social. What kind of places am I actually physically putting myself in? And is that uplifting and good and positive for me? Or is it dragging me down and taking away from what is best for me? Those are all things that most people know. And when we are choosing different than that, or polar opposite of that, on purpose and consciously, which all choices, when we're adults, they're conscious choices. The only thing that we need to make it conscious is for us to actually think about it. And if we're making a choice, technically we need to be thinking about it before we say yes or no. If the choices we're making don't align with the things we already know are good and healthy, well, that's not logical either. So this conversation is not about perfection, but it's simply about knowing what you know, not fooling yourself to think that you really don't know these things, because you do, and taking responsibility for the actions and the choices you're making. You're deciding whether you're going to be active or not. You're deciding what you're going to eat, what you're going to drink, how you're going to sleep. You're deciding the environments you're putting yourself into. You're deciding what you're watching and listening to, and how you're talking to yourself and about yourself. And it's also a choice to go outside of lifestyle as well and look at, okay, what else can I do to be healthy? And that's where we see a lot of people in this office. The goal of what we do here at Windmill Wellness Center is to help people to transform their quality of life. That's why we do zone technique. Nobody else in St. Louis does zone technique. Why did I want to learn it? Because it's the most advanced thing out there. Nobody in St. Louis, along with zone technique, uses a biocharger. The biocharger technology is incredibly advanced technology. It's based on Tesla's work about healthy frequencies healing the body. And no one else with those two things additionally has and uses the energy enhancement system in our energy room, which is all about putting your body in the optimum environment to get it out of fight or flight so your body can do all the healing. 100% of your body's healing ability is turned on and able to be used and available to you when you're sitting in that room to create permanent change and permanent healing. So there's a lot of things you can do on your own choices that logic would say makes sense to do, because it allows our health to be, our future to be better for us health-wise tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and in 5 or 10 or 20 or even 30 years by the decisions, the actions we're making today. We make many choices every single day. We need to take responsibility for those choices, own those choices, and that includes being okay with the result of those choices. They say all choices have consequences. They do. Some are good, some are bad. Good choices lead to good consequences and results. Bad choices lead to bad consequences and results. So we need to be mature enough and take responsibility as adults for our choices and take responsibility for the results of those choices. Don't apologize or feel like you should feel guilty about being healthy if you've worked really hard at making healthy choices. And equally, don't blame or make excuses when you're not healthy if you're very aware that you've made decisions that were very much unhealthy decisions that are definitely going to lead to an unhealthy body. So I love to work with people that take responsibility for their choices, that love taking the right action because they want to invest in their future. They want today to be better, they want next year to be better, and they like to produce in society, meaning they like to do for others. They like to serve other people, and they know that they're going to do it better if they're healthy. Those are the people I absolutely love to work with, and that's why I have done so much over these years, these decades, 35 plus years, to bring things to our office, to St. Louis, that nobody else does anywhere else in St. Louis. With Mastermind Zone Technique, the biocharger, and the energy enhancement system. A combination you will not find anywhere else. Check our stuff out at zonehealingstl.com and energystl.com. I would love to work with you. I would love to mastermind with you as far as thoughts and ideas about your health and your health goals. And if you have a business that loves to help increase people's quality of life, I would love to work with you, because I'm sure you would be a great referral source for us to send people to help improve their life on all kinds of levels. Take care, God bless, and until next time.